Hi, in this video, a 3-card chakra reading for the sign of Aries. I'm doing this May 2020. I'm Andy. We are using Rachel Sharman's chakra deck. Okay, it's a fantastic deck, so thanks for joining me. The glowing cat welcomes you as always, and let's take a look at what we've actually got for the sign of Aries. These are strange times, aren't they? So much is changing, and actually a lot is staying the same, and that is giving people concerns about change. But with the chakras, intent is absolutely everything. So all you've got to do is focus on the highest good, visualize and believe that the highest good can come to you, and Aries, you will get places. Okay, so the first card out, here we go. We're with the throat chakra here, that turquoise blue color that says speak your truth, and it says life purpose. Now then, Aries, you guys do have that ability to push through. It's sometimes seen as a negative thing, but it really isn't. It's very positive to be able to push through and get things done that you want to get done. And here we've got a very steep staircase, but it's pure gold all around this image. It's kind of, a bit cloudy. There's a bit of darkness there, but isn't that just life all over the place? And that is the way things are going at the present time. It's one of those times, Aries, where you got to kind of never mind the dark bits, just focus on the light and keep going. And if you can climb this staircase, and you can climb this staircase, then you're going to come out into the light, and it's going to be really not just gold, but a blazing white kind of a gold there with a lot of positivity. With the white there, we've got all the colours getting involved, and that's why it's so important to speak your truth at this time, Aries. It really is, because there are so many, well, light really is a culmination of all the colours working together and coming together. So in every area of your life, you need to shine this light. And because we've got the throat chakra here, we're talking very firmly about speaking your truth. So whatever you do, don't kind of compromise on your basic truth and what you believe in. Sometimes we've got to express that truth carefully, particularly when we've got the ability to push through and get things done. It's really good if we have other people on board with us, because we're a pack animal. It's a fact of life, no two ways about it. But speaking that truth is so important, and that is what is actually going to get you up the staircase, Aries. And it's a heavy staircase to climb, I don't doubt it. But at the top there, we've got a really nicely formed Roman arch, and that's taken me back to the whole idea of the Romans. They were a very uncompromising people, and that was the nature of their success. So this is a particularly good shape to be looking at for Aries. That's a particularly good arch for Aries to be going through in the mind and in terms of intent. So cleanse that throat chakra, Aries. That's the first card that's come up in this reading, and so it's an important consideration. This really is kind of where things are at the moment, and you need to visualize. Well, it's good to cleanse all the chakras, but we'll focus on the throat chakra here. Intent is everything. You just visualize your own throat chakra, see it spinning the right way. I've never been told really whether that, okay, it's clockwise is how it should be spinning, but I don't know if that's clockwise as kind of I'm standing behind mine and it would be going that way, or as you look at me and it would be going the other way to be clockwise. I don't know. The important thing is just to visualize and believe that that throat chakra is spinning in the right direction, and that it is absolutely crystal clear, beautiful, pure blue colour. That's the main thing. Okay, so that's the throat chakra. Going to need to speak that truth, Aries, okay? We're often called upon to kind of compromise what we actually say to people, what we actually believe about things, particularly for YouTubers. Believe me, I know that lesson very well. It's happened to me quite a lot in my life, no two ways about it. But the thing to do is actually, be careful maybe how you say things, but don't compromise on your truth. Keep on speaking it, Aries, and don't speak it in a way that gives in to other things. Just be yourself, keep pushing. That's really important, because whatever stops Aries pushing forward goes quite fundamentally against the Aries energy. Okay, so the next card I've got out is this one, and we are in the sacral chakra here. That's the one just above the root chakra. It's coloured orange, and here we go. It's number 11. It's inspiration. Now, the last card we had was 22, which is quite a magical number in terms of numerology. This one, 11, it's more about the journey, and this shows that you really will have spoken your truth, Aries, because the heart of the matter here is inspiration. That's what it's all about. And you will be having some success because you've kind of got past the 10 of one level of completion, and you're on to the next leg of your journey. And this is great, Aries, because life really is change. It's an important thing to remember, and it's something you've got to hang on to, really, because a lot of people would like us to keep our lives the same, you know. Have you ever come up with an amazing new idea and put it out to people, and people have just said, no, that's never been done? Well, there would be no new inventions if we all listened to people like that. So don't listen to them, okay? There's a fair bit of power involved with the sacral chakra. That's not the only thing it's about. It has a lot to do with kind of personality and personal ways of expressing power, but it is about power nonetheless. And look at the inspiration in this card. We've got pure gold again. This is the second card I've drawn out. It's the heart of the matter. It's the middle card of a 3-card spread, and it really is all about gold and light here. It's lighting up the sky, but looking all around the gold patch there is actually darkness. There are different colours. So a lot like with life purpose when we were talking about the pure white, we've got a lot of colours working together. We've got a lot of different influences working together, Aries. But that is the nature of human life. That is what it's all about. Taking a closer look, it's hard to tell if this is sky or sea, but I would say this is the sea with the sky reflecting off it. That's what it looks like to me. So reflections, Aries, what is actually reflected in your what's happening to your personal way of being? What is actually a reflection of just everything else that's going on? And what is actually a reflection of your true purpose? They're all in this reflection here because they all matter, and they are actually all working together. So we've got the sacral chakra there. Again, something to think about, and visualize that sacral chakra as a pure orange color. I really like the orange color of this t-shirt, and this is the color I see my sacral chakra as when I'm working on it. But it's not always like that. That's a fact of life. You know, nothing is really straightforward. And that is why it's so important to actually keep pushing with whatever inspires you and actually make it happen, you know. It depends. It's always going to depend on other people. We're a pack animal. There's no getting around that. There's no getting away from it. But keeping pushing, keeping making it happen is so important. But stop and think. That's another aspect of this card, really. Stop and wait for new inspiration. If you're not getting where you want to be getting, stop and wait for new inspiration. I'm doing this May 2020, and the world is in a right old mess at the moment. If you're watching this in the future, I hope by then we've sorted it out. But never mind, the best time to watch these readings is now, when you're drawn to them. And do subscribe to my channel, by the way. I'm trying desperately to get to 1,000 subscribers. One day it will happen. Then I'll be able to work live and actually know exactly who I'm talking to. But never mind, my spirit guides know who you are. They know you're watching. Your spirit guides know who I am. And for some reason, they've brought us together. So subscribe to the channel, tap the bell so you don't miss anything, and check out all the other videos on my channel. There are nearly 700 videos on there now, and almost all of them are readings. There's a bit of gardening, there's a bit of other stuff that goes with my kind of spiritual life and what things are all about there. There's always stuff going on, and I always like to make videos about it if I can. But the core of what I do is readings, and that's about kind of drawing down divine truths as best I can, and I'm sure I'm as unworthy as anybody, but I try so hard to draw down those divine truths into my life and into my videos, and that's what the light is all about, and working with the light, Aries. We're kind of walking on the earth here. Well, we're not kind of, we're actually walking on the earth here, and we've got all that goddess energy around us, and hopefully we're grounded and rooted in it. That's always the idea, and the more grounded we get, the further we can fly into the higher chakras, and the more divine inspiration, excuse me, the more divine inspiration we can draw down. Okay, so I'm turning over the top card, and it's number 3, nurturing. And it makes me think of nutrition, this is, you know, obviously there's a mother and a cub here, so the mother is kind of nurturing I don't know what the child version of a lion is, but it's a young lion, and the mother is nurturing it. And that's really a metaphor for the human families that we have, and it's a metaphor for bringing our ideas out and making them real. Now, this is a black card, so it's actually about the Earth Star Chakra, which is down beneath our feet. And anywhere on the spiritual journey, we do need to be grounded into that. So we are actually with the goddess energy. And I promise you, I hadn't looked at this card when I said that was what it was about. But it is very strongly the goddess energy. We've got lovely colours in this. Again, a lot of gold. Again, a lot of light. But there's pink here as well, you know. So we're looking at the higher heart chakra as well. And the way the way our ability to be grounded plays into that. All through this reading we've had gold, so we're certainly thinking about the solar plexus chakra as well, all about our personal power. I've got a terrible cough today, excuse me. I must learn to edit these things out. But yeah, I've got that cough because I don't nurture myself enough. So there is something to think about. Okay, are you actually nurturing yourself as much as you'd like to be, as much as you can? Because we need as much kind of nourishment and nutrition, whether that's food nutrition or spiritual nutrition. We need to be aware of it, and we need to be drawing as much of it into our lives as we possibly can. But don't forget those around you, Aries. Okay, it's, you know, this mother wouldn't forget this cub. That's the word for it, a cub. This mother wouldn't forget this cub, would she? Not for all the everything in the world, really. But it's Earth Star Chakra, and all of that inspiration goes nowhere unless we're actually grounded in the earth. And the fact is, you know, we live on this earth and we are pretty well grounded anyway, but we need to visualize that like we do with any chakra work, any spiritual work at all. We need to visualize that groundedness and realize that we're not tying ourselves down to this earth when we ground ourselves, but we are actually reaching up into the higher realms, the higher universe, and drawing that divine truth down to the earth, and it passes through us, and we get a very high percentage of it. It's Reiki people say it's 10%. Well, you can take as much percentage of as you want, because this is all about healing you, Aries, as well as anything else that's going on, no matter what else is happening. So we will recap. We've got the throat chakra here, and we've got talk of life purpose. Now, I'm sure we're all actually aware that we have a life purpose. Sometimes we're not sure what that life purpose is. Sometimes we think we know, but we need to think some more about it, and we need to be asking for inspiration. And we're with the sacral chakra here, but that's really an important chakra. They're all important. They all have their part to play. And I'm not saying this is missing from your life at all, Aries, not at all. But do take the time to listen to it, you know. Just go into a meditative space if you possibly can, and just close your eyes, keep everything calm around you, and ask, you know, what am I being inspired about? What is coming in? Because inspiration is forever coming in. That's how it works. And then nurturing. It's number 3. It's kind of early in the journey, but it's really important to go back to basics sometimes. And this is essentially an outcome card, I suppose, because it's number 3 in the reading. But it is about kind of going back to basics, thinking of what we're about, not just thinking about what we want to achieve, but thinking about how we are going to achieve it. That's where the grounding really, really works in practical terms, in everyday terms. Okay, friends, I'm going to cut it off there because I've got a terrible internet connection at the moment. I've sent off for a gadget thing that you plug in that's supposed to make it better. Then maybe I can do some longer videos and go into more depth. But thanks very much for watching. Have a great time ahead, Aries. I'll be back with more readings soon. So don't forget to subscribe, tap the bell, check out the 700 and odd other videos there are. Thumbs up, please, if you've enjoyed this one. Leave me a comment. We'll share the journey, and it helps me zero in to who I'm actually doing these readings for. Meanwhile, have a great time, and I'll see you again very soon. Peace.